Don't give money to this guy. Don't give money to this fucking guy. And you know what? Don't fucking ask me for money ever again. You or anybody else who won't fucking say where the money came from. I wrote Tate Brothers on the fucking donation. I give you £5,000, which is 2 months of wages working any normal job.
Tristan Tate desperately tried to destroy a children's futsal club. Let's have a look at if he succeeded or failed in embarrassing fashion. Back in January, Tristan Tate went on full unhinged attack mode. A children's futsal club out of Wales called FC United of Wrexham received an unexpected donation from Tristan of £5,000 after the owner Andrew had reached out in DMs asking Tristan to retweet the fundraising post for the club, a request that Andrew often makes of celebrities or large Twitter accounts. Andrew was unaware of who Tristan Tate really was, thinking he was just a famous kickboxer. Once he was notified, of course he didn't want to accept donations from self-confessed sex traffickers, so he refunded the donation. For more of the backstory, I covered this across 2 videos. I'll put the links in the description if anyone wants to catch up. But what happened next was wild. Tristan unleashed an insane, manic, unhinged attack on Andrew, a guy who's just trying to provide underprivileged kids in his area a chance to play sport together, and of course is in no way a public figure, while Tristan has millions of followers. Here is Tristan's disgraceful rant in full.
I often get approached to give money to people, to give money to charity. And I will actually say this because I'm extremely disappointed in this person. I'm now extremely disappointed in you, sir, because you messaged me, and Andrew, can you please confirm? You messaged me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You messaged me 34 times on X. 34 messages that I did not respond to. Andrew Ruscoe, 34 messages I didn't see. And finally, your message comes across my desk. Finally, I open the inbox and I see what you are trying to write me. And you tell me, "Hi Tristan, we have these young kids, boys and girls. We can't afford new football kits. We can't afford the upkeep to our club. They've just raised our rates of rent. We don't know how to keep this sports club going." And I thought, you know what? Governments should help young people out in sports. Governments should be their #1 priority, like they do in Russia, like they do in Romania with sponsoring gymnasts. They should encourage young people to do sports. Well, obviously the government doesn't give a fuck because they're too busy sending your money to fucking God knows where to fight perma wars. So this guy, Andrew Ruscoe, reached out to me asking for funding for his football team. I looked at his website. I saw he was legit. I thought, you know what? Fine. After 34 messages, you're now on my radar. Here's £5,000. Now, he had a GoFundMe for about £10,000. It had raised about £100 by this point. I chip in with £5,000, and I haven't thought about it since. He tweeted a thank you, I retweeted it, and that was it. Boom. More kids are having their fucking sports uniforms paid for. I was happy. 1 minute ago, Andrew Ruscoe, you bitched out to public outcry for some fucking reason and refunded my fucking money. Don't give money to this guy. Don't give money to this fucking guy. And you know what? Don't fucking ask me for money ever again. You or anybody else who won't fucking say where the money came from. I wrote Tate Brothers on the fucking donation. I give you £5,000, which is 2 months of wages working any normal job. 1 second, boom, it's there in your account. And you fucking refund it because someone said, well, Tristan's a bad guy, blah, blah. You know who I fucking am anyway because you messaged me 34 times, you piece of shit. Now your fucking kids in your fucking club aren't gonna have any fucking uniforms, any fucking footballs to kick around, and that's your fucking fault. I'm gonna put you on fucking blast. You should be ashamed of yourself. I didn't find you. I didn't randomly give you money. I didn't think what a great cause, let me send you money. You fucking asked me in 34 messages. 34 fucking messages, Andrew.
So wait,
This cocksucker pretends he cares about his fucking kids and his fucking football club, refunds the money, because someone said Tristan's a bad guy.
So I don't know about this story, so let me get this straight. So
yeah, I randomly gave $5 grand to a dude.
Okay, so I don't even know. This dude begged for money for, it looks like...
34 messages.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, he begged for money.
Yeah.
You gave him money, and then someone complained where it came from, and he gave it back.
Must have done. 5 minutes ago, it's been refunded.
Nerd.
The fuck's wrong with you? Don't fucking ask me then.
Nerd.
Fucking dork.
An absolute psycho man-child. After this vicious attack by Tristan on their stream, Andrew and the club started feeling the wrath of the Tate's online army. He was getting harassed and abused all over his Twitter feed and in his DMs, which he was in no way used to because he's not a public figure or an influencer. Worse yet, all of this caused the club to lose their 2 major sponsors, putting them on the brink of no longer being able to keep their doors open. Andrew spoke about this experience with Milkbar TV.
Obviously, there's a gentleman with his bio, says he's an ex-kickboxer. He's got 2.7 million followers. He's called Tristan Tate. He's one of the ones that I've dropped that into. So my philosophy is trying to get people to retweet this content to try and find that person that can sustain a project like ourselves, a community project, for a lot longer. So anyway, he sends the money. We say thank you very much. Myself does behind the scenes, and he drops £5,000 in. And at this moment in time, it's a bit like, wow, this is £5,000. This is a lot of money, but it will give us like 8 months. And then obviously the things of what they're alleged at this moment in time. We've got to say alleged. I'm like, okay, this is not good because it doesn't meet the ethos of the club. And they turned around and said, can you send it back? And we've gone, right, okay then. So we've listened to everyone. But what happened is our sponsor pulled out as well. And then we were like, well, we haven't even said we're going to accept it yet based on the information. So they've just gone and pulled out.
What was your response when you actually found out what him and his brother were charged with?
Anxiety. That's what came out. It was guilt, feeling sick, feeling. It was shocking. I didn't know anything about them. I didn't know what they believed in or what they were doing. All I'm trying to do, I'm passionate about my club. I'm passionate about the people I'm supporting and coaching every day, and I just want people to have better lives. Now, if I'm guilty of that, then that's what I'm guilty of. And then I think it was the Tuesday night that that went out, and it was the social media account was just bouncing like hell at that point, but it was a lot of it was online hate, saying you've asked for the money 34 times. No, I blocked him to ignore the fact. That was just to go, you've had your £5,000 back, end of, But he went out for it and he attacked the grassroots club.
Don't give money to this guy. Don't give money to this fucking guy.
Don't give money to me. You're not giving money to me. You're giving it to the kid. It's going for the kids. It's going for the club. But you want the club to die. You want the kids to leave. Okay, so where are they going to play futsal? Because there's nowhere else in Wales. We're one of 2 youth clubs that deliver futsal in the whole of Wales. They are. They're the ones being punished. And I'm not a public figure. I'm not a public figure by all means. So I mean.
After losing their sponsor, FC United of Wrexham was truly on the brink of extinction. On top of the constant abuse and harassment that Andrew and the club were receiving, they weren't collecting nearly enough in donations to cover what they needed from losing the sponsor to keep the club alive. Over this incredibly stressful last few months for Andrew, there's been a few moments of massive relief when he thought it was all over. He's been contacted by a number of people who said they were happy to fill the vacant sponsorship to save the club, but just to kick a man while he was down. These were Tate supporters posing as potential sponsors. They went as far as stringing Andrew along for long sequences of texts, pretending to get the payment prepared, only to eventually reveal that they were trolling. One revealed to Andrew that he had been paid by the Tates to do this, although because he was a complete troll and he didn't provide receipts, I'm not confident enough to say this happened as fact. Tristan Tate really did launch an attack to try to take a children's futsal club away from them. Keep in mind I said that he tried, because when Tristan Tate tries, he is sure to fail. Michael Sheen is a well-known Welsh actor. As well as his work in television, film and theatre, he's done an enormous amount of work and advocacy for a range of charities, including supporting children. And importantly, he has never been charged with human trafficking. Yesterday, Andrew checked the GoFundMe and found a nice surprise, a £5,000 donation from Mr. Michael Sheen. He also boosted Andrew's fundraiser to give it a massive amount of reach. Despite Tristan's best efforts, FC United of Wrexham is officially saved. The kids in the community of Wrexham will be able to keep playing futsal all the way through to at least 2025. And I'm confident in saying that this was made possible because against all odds, Andrew never gave up. Take this as another giant, embarrassing L for the Tate brothers. I'll leave Andrew's GoFundMe for the club in the description. Everyone that can, please make a donation. And if you or anyone you know would like to help him with a sponsorship to keep the club sustainable, hit him up on Twitter.
Hi everyone, can we please retweet our donation page so we can get a new kit, SC United Wrexham, for our girls team.